Good morning, world. Aries is outside, so she don't get to come running. She'll, excuse me. While I get my Thrive on. So, and I need to set my 10-minute timer, keep myself focused. Set, time is ticking. Let me get warm real quick because it's a little bit chilly. I think that there's something I'm learning about being cold all the time. I don't know if I want to share. Now that I've started though, right? Let me get my lifestyle mix. I need this. So one of the great things about the lifestyle mix is it can be used as a meal replacement. They don't really recommend you doing it like on a long-term thing. But if you forgot your lunch or your breakfast or whatever, not every day for a long-term plan, like I said. But I do use it for that sometimes in the afternoon. But on days like today, for example, I said all that to say, it's really great, the benefits that it has in regards to controlling your appetite, because I feel like I'm starving this morning. I fast every day. I'm done eating by 6:30, 7 o'clock at the latest. Sometimes we're done eating by 6:15. But I don't eat anything after 7 o'clock. And then I don't have anything else until now, 7:10, to break my fast. And some days, like today, I was exceptionally hungry feeling, and just the hunger pains were oof. And I'm like, nope, I gotta stick it out. So I am definitely ready for this lifestyle mix to curb that appetite for a minute, because I don't actually eat. I have this and then I eat between like 8:30 and 9 while I'm sitting and working. Let me take a drink, guys. All right, let's get our minds right. So you might hear the music playing in the background. This is Writing in a Dark Fantasy Castle on a Stormy Night, 2 hours immersive writing session. Apparently this is a thing, which I don't know why I didn't think it was a thing. I didn't, look, I love YouTube, let me just tell you. I love the access to expand your brain, your mind, your knowledge, just expand yourself. And these immersive writing sessions are great. I have so many of them saved now, and I've listened to a few of them. I can't wait to put them to use in actually writing. This weekend I'm going to do that. So I'm curious to see how that goes. But it's interesting how it triggers. I can see how listening to this, like one of them is called Writing at a Crime Scene on a Rainy Night. I can see how in listening to the music, how a story plays out. I feel that way about music anyway. Story kind of plays out in my head. And I've always felt that way, but especially when it comes to instrumental, classical, I feel stories. And so I'm seeing that and listening to these, so I'm excited to see how it impacts my writing. Started. But is it true? On this April 13th, Thursday, it's my Friday. I'm excited about that for sure. For sure. And it looks like I am going to be able to get out on the kayak and the paddleboard tomorrow. So, woohoo, stay tuned for a video from that. I'm probably going to strap on my GoPro. All right, for April 13th, we need to know, is it true? Questioning your own reality can shift your perspective. When you find yourself listening to the stories in your head, speaking negatively or making judgment about others, Ask yourself this simple question without judgment. Is it true? Is it possible that it is only your interpretation rather than fact? Is there an opportunity to assume positive intention or have a more compassionate dialogue instead? We are often assuming scenarios and judging others and ourselves, but having the ability to question ourselves gives us the opportunity to become more self-aware and open-hearted. Yeah. You have to question your own reality in a way that it feels uncomfortable, though. If you question your own reality and then start to feel uncomfortable and shut down or whatever at that point of, okay, I'm questioning my reality and then, wait a minute, this is uncomfortable. Instead of going in and exploring that uncomfortability, if you shy away from it and just accept, yep, this is my reality because this hurts, you're on the wrong path. The magic happens outside your comfort zone 100% of the time, and I'm still learning that myself. Well, especially specifically when it comes to my dreams, my business, my authoring, my writing. This is something that I've struggled with in my writing recently because I'm always writing in my head. And I have noticed, like I said recently this week, that because I'm not actually sitting down and writing when it comes to my book, my childhood, it's building up and I'm starting to see that and aware of that. What I'm excited about saying that is that I'm noticing it sooner rather than later where things have built up so bad and I've just lost, control essentially. So, but writing about it forces me to think about it. Therefore, I am then feeling those feelings from those moments, and that's hard. And so I was shying away from not doing it when I know, first of all, writing is going to make it better. But that's my comfort zone. That's pushing myself outside my comfort zone. The magic is going to happen once I wrote that shit down. And what have you. It may not happen in that moment. There's going to be a little bit of it, but, the whole process of it. So, yeah. Oh. Alrighty. On to the law of attraction today is going to tell us to breathe your pain away. This makes me think about the meditation that I've done, which is a lot of focusing on your breathing, especially in the beginning. And let me just tell you, I know this. I know this because I've used breathing before to calm myself and different things like that, but more so in recent years, specifically this year, the last year. And I'm like, I don't know why this is something that needs to become just second nature. Before I even go into what this says, just from my own experience of breathing my pain away or just using your breath to change the way you're feeling or thinking or your state of being or whatever. It seems so simple and so like, yeah, right, Charlene, just breathing your pain away. But let me fucking tell you, man. Let me tell you, it's being in control of your breath and being aware of your breath and then just doing those actions. And then after you've done those actions, and so now then I'll keep it simple. Out with the negative, in with the positive. Out with the negative, in with the positive. Okay? out with the negative, in with the positive. Breathe in the good shit, breathe out the bad shit. It fucking, like, already, oxygen is the key to feeling better. Oh my gosh, this takes me down a whole other rabbit hole of stuff. Let me just tell you, don't take my word for it. Go look it up for yourself. Let me say that off my soapbox, and then we'll see what the law of attraction has to say about breathing your pain away. A simple technique to help relieve pain in a sore muscle involves attentive breathing. If you have pain in your leg while doing yoga, for example, focus your conscious mind like a laser upon the painful area. Breathe in and imagine the painful tension as a dark, hard knot breaking up into a gazillion pieces under the energy of your attention. Breathe out, release the broken pieces of the knot. See them coalescing as a dark cloud that floats away in the horizon and disappears. Keep doing the technique until the pain subsides or completely dissipates. Oh my God, like don't take my fucking word for it. Just try it. What have you got to lose? What do you have to lose to put in some breathing techniques? Put into practice some breathing. Like, what if it did work? Even that chronic pain that you're dealing with. What if it did work? If it was a regular, consistent thing? Just what if it did? Gosh, imagine. See, these things make me think. I want to say visualizing is important. Excuse me while I scratch my ear. I love Tron. Tron Legacy specifically is one of my favorite comfort movies where the lighting seems to be all off. I feel like I look sickly. I feel great though. In there, when Flynn and, gosh, I can't remember the kid's name now. Aw, he's so cute too. Flynn and his son with Korra's arm is broke off. If you've watched Tron, you know. If you don't watch, spoiler alert. And Flynn goes in and changes some things and pulls out the broken part that has caused her arm to break, or whatever the code essentially is, because it's a DNA and computer type entity. It's been a while since I've watched it, but he pulls out, and you see this kind of pulling out of, it's just a line of light is what it looks like coming out of Korra, essentially. And when I imagine something that's bothering me, something that's overwhelming me, or whatever it is, this negative something that I need to get rid of, and I'm visualizing it, like a pain, for example, I will envision that shit being pulled out very much like Flynn pulls the broken code out of Korra in Tron. It's quite powerful visualization. And again, I know that some people are just like, yeah, right, breathing, visualization, woo-woo, bullshit, whatever. I'd like to think that we're becoming awakened in a way that the majority of us are thinking less and less this way. But I have people in my own family that think that way, which is kind of how it goes, right? And like I said, don't take my word for it. Just go look this shit up for yourself. Go practice yourself. There's plenty of information out there. And really, these practices have been done way before modern times. So, you know, my time went off while I was reading, so I'm going to go do my I ams and my gratitudes. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening. I encourage you to do the same thing. Go do I ams and gratitude statements at the very least. Do gratitude, sit in gratitude, take 5 minutes, find 5 things that you're grateful for that happened in the last 24 hours. What are you grateful for? I am grateful for the trees outside my windows in which the birds hang out on, because I see all kinds of birds. All kinds of birds in my yard, but this window right here, it's which I just looked up, and there's this little bird. It might be a scrub jay. I'm not sure. just hanging out on the trees. I love birds and I love trees. So I'm grateful for the birds and the trees and the bees and oh my. All right, guys, I will see you all. First, hey, let me know what you're grateful for. Tell me, what are you grateful for in the comments? What are you grateful for? Sit in your gratitude. All right. I didn't take a minute to sit in the gratitude, so I had to bounce back to that for a minute. Have a great day. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And as always, peace and love.